Hello. My name is Sam. I'm here to talk to you about something on everybody's minds. What is that thing, you may ask? Banana bread. I didn't mean to get all ASMR. Weird. Okay. So, as you all know, we are in a very weird time in America right now. Everyone seems to have adopted the hobby of baking. Why? I don't know. Baking breads, baking cakes, baking cookies, baking banana bread. I don't know what's going on. But I seem to... Why am I out of breath? It's weird. I spent a long time looking for a healthy banana bread recipe that's not gonna, break the caloric bank. So I went through a lot of trial and error with soggy, up looking banana bread. And I finally stumbled upon a great recipe that comes out delicious. It's cinnamon swirl, so it kind of tastes like a Cinnabon without the guilt, okay? So, it's lighting horrible, kind of. So I'm going to share that with you all today because I feel selfish if I'm the only one that knows about this and nobody else does. But it's really hard to make a healthy, vegan, whatever, banana bread that's not soggy and disgusting. So this is horrible. I hate it. So this recipe is super simple. You need like bare bones ingredients. Let me show you what you're gonna need. So this is what we're gonna need. We need almond flour, flaxseed meal. That's gonna be our egg replacer. We'll whip that up with a little bit of water. Gets all gelatinous. It's great. Coconut oil, coconut sugar. You could also use refined regular white sugar or brown sugar, whatever floats your boat. Baking powder, pure vanilla extract, and ground cinnamon. I think that's everything, right? Oh, shit. And bananas. I have two spotty brown bananas. These are kind of small. You should use bigger ones if you can, but we're gonna make it work. Please, for the love of God, let them sit and get nice and brown because they get all soft and mushy and like super concentrated banana flavor. I don't want to see anybody using their like friggin' green ass, like plantain looking ass bananas because it's not gonna work. It's gonna taste like anything like my banana bread tastes like because you didn't use brown spotty bananas. All right, let's go. Before we start, I'm just gonna preheat my oven to 350. And we're gonna prepare our baking pan really quick. Also, a quick side note, I got this recipe from thebigmansworld.com. A lot of healthy recipes on there that are very good. So I will link that to anyone that wants to read it and not watch this chaotic mess, which is mostly for entertainment and not so much for actually cooking help because I'm not that great. So, we're just doing our best. I'm just gonna, this lighting is so bad, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna take a little piece of this and we're just gonna, that's too much. I'm just putting it in there. It doesn't have to be perfect, the weight of the concoction will hold it down, so you're just gonna let it like that, okay? I'm really sorry if this is like the most chaotic thing you've ever watched in your life, but like that's just how I operate, okay? All right, let's get going. I lied. We are gonna take a little, not that one. We're gonna take, it's just like the most scrambled thing in your life. Is this gonna help anyone make bread? Because I feel like it's not, but whatever. We're gonna pull it together. Okay, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take our flax seed meal. We're gonna take 2 tablespoons of ground flax seed, put it in our little bowl. Doesn't have to be perfect, okay? I'm gonna grab 2 tablespoons of water, flop that in there. The recipe says to use 6 tablespoons, but last time I did that and didn't really get gelatinous and didn't really look like an egg. So we're just gonna use less water, stir it around. I'll show you what it looks like. It'll be like a little paste. I'll be right back. I got my water in there. I'm just gonna stir this sucker up. Yeah, start with two tablespoons because you'll see what I mean about like the texture. I mean, I'm not sitting here and telling you this looks like an egg because it doesn't, but you just want the gelatinous properties. That's what you're looking for. That come with an egg, you know, to bind. We're binding it together, you know what I'm saying? So this, God, this is hard. You're looking for like a spoonable, dare I say, pudding-like texture, okay? So we're just gonna set that over to the side. All right, in a bowl, we're gonna get our dry ingredients going, okay? So we're gonna take our almond flour, 2 cups of this, okay? This is like, I'm having like fucking heart palpitations right now. I don't know why this is so stressful. You know, this morning, the cardiologist called. I'm not even going to get into that story. I don't know why I would talk about that. That is weird. Okay. If your flour is looking a little lumpy, like mine is, we're just going to fork it out. Fork it out, okay? One day I had like an epiphany and I wanted to like, you know, organize my life. And I started putting all my shit in like, all my stuff in like, mason jars to make it like more organized or whatever, and like label it and like make it cute. But, like, actually it's such a pain in the rear to get it out of the damn jar. Okay, so that's 1 cup. See, you know, this is my life. Oh my god, are we using it all? It's the rest of my damn almond flour. All right, so fork that out. 2 cups. Okay, moving right along. We're gonna grab a teaspoon of baking powder. 1 teaspoon. Here we go. I'm not the fastest, but you know, we're gonna get it done, okay? It's a marathon, not a sprint. Is that what they say? Make sure you're getting like level scoops here, you know? It's a science, baking, so we're not gonna deviate from the plan. All right, baking powder's in. We're gonna put 2 tablespoons of coconut sugar into our dry mixture. You know, I might whack in a little less because you're gonna see we're gonna make a little sugar, we're gonna make a little sugar cinnamon mixture to put in between the layers, which makes it pretty sweet. So I don't think we need to, you know, overkill it. Looks like this. We're just gonna give that a little stir, and we're gonna add a 4th teaspoon of salt. I'm just using regular table salt. 4th. Why are we putting salt in bread? I don't know. Don't ask me. Okay, salt. Okay, fork that up. Looks like this. We're gonna put that on the side. We're gonna whack in our wet ingredients. So I'm gonna start by taking the nanners and we're just gonna mash those bitches up. I feel like I'm like not really paying attention to like what I'm doing. So God knows. Oh, cute. So, you know, these honestly are not even that soft. You could go longer for these bad boys. So you see that? You see the outside's all brown, but the inside's all good, you know what I'm saying? All right. So we're all up in there. I'll take this fork. Just start going to town on these boys, okay? It's kind of hard. We're going to get her done. Because that's what we do. Get shit done. Has anybody else been having weird nightmares in quarantine? I keep having like zombie apocalypse nightmares, but like that's nothing new. I've been having those since I was a child. Anybody have any recurring nightmares? I'm a big recurring nightmare person. I've had the same like 2 nightmares since I was a kid. All right, we're getting there. We're getting somewhere now. Like we're going for baby food consistency here, okay? I swear it looks like I'm really bad, but I'm not that bad, okay? I can follow directions. You just follow directions and you just make it, and it's good, you know? All right, so now we're looking like this. Like, you know, something a little baby would eat, okay? I look like I'm sweating, but I'm not, I swear. It's just a little Glossier Future Dew, okay? Looked better in the mirror, I'll tell you that much. Dear God. Okay. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Guys, let me tell you, this stuff ain't cheap, all right? The vanilla extract, and I feel like I use so much of it because I put it in my oatmeal in the morning, and like this sucker right here was like $10. Like, what? I'm about to grow my own vanilla plant and just be fucking using that. All right, we gotta melt our coconut oil, so I'm gonna take a 1/4. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna take a 4th cup of this, whack it in the microwave. I'll be right back. You don't care about that. You don't need to see that. Okay. But I just did to my spoon, trying to get the coconut oil out. Damn it. I don't know why that took so long. Okay, coconut oil melted, going in. All right, then let's check on our egg sitch. She's thick. She's gelatinous. Okay? Our wet ingredients. How are you to hold this? Like, we're gonna combine our wet with our dry. I feel like there's an opportunity for an inappropriate joke there, but I can't think of anything, so we're gonna leave it alone. Now, if your thing's looking a little dry, we're just gonna take some water or some non-dairy milk, and we're just gonna make it look a little not dry. Okay, mine's looking a little crumbly. I'm gonna keep going here, but we might be looking at a situation. Mine's looking hella dry and hella thick. I'm going to whack in a little coconut milk, and we're looking for more of a batter, not a dough, you know what I'm saying? I don't remember it looking like this last time I made it, I'll tell you that much. I'm gonna make an executive decision that this is good enough. We're gonna put this on the side, and we're gonna make our little cinnamon sugar mixture. That's what's gonna turn this into like a cinnamon swirl moment, okay? So we're just gonna combine some cinnamon with some coconut sugar. This could be to taste, because it's just mostly to make it sweeter and to give it that like cinnamon flavor. So we're gonna combine that. A little more cinnamon. No, it's good. We're gonna take it over to the baking sheet, and we're gonna put it in the pan finally. Good God, 20 minutes later, okay. I hope nobody wanted like a vantage point that actually makes sense when you can see what I'm doing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take half our batter, throw it in the pan, take half of our cinnamon sugar mixture, throw it on top, put the rest of the batter, top it off with the rest of the cinnamon sugar. All right, let's go. She's thick, man. She's hella thick. I'm gonna take a spatch, and I'm just gonna kind of press it into the, oh my God, I should have sprayed this with cooking oil. Okay, don't be like me. Spray your parchment paper with cooking oil as like a, you know, as a last ditch effort to really not make this sucker stick. Doesn't have to be perfect, you know, delicious isn't always beautiful, okay? We got half of it in there. Okay, double chin, oh my God. We're gonna take half our mixture, the cinnamon sugar, whack that on top. It's looking like this. Oh, okay. We're gonna top it off with the rest of our batter. I'm just realizing how uneducational this whole thing was and how ridiculous it's gonna be when I try to edit it together, and it's not gonna make any sense. At least we're getting some banana bread out of it, am I right? Knowing me, I probably forgot a freaking ingredient, but whatever. We're gonna top it off with the rest of our cinnamon sugar. Oh, That was a lot. You get something looking like this, okay? We're gonna pop this in the oven for like 45 minutes, probably a little more, because I think last time I did this, it took freaking forever. You're gonna wanna test it with like a toothpick or fork or something to make sure it comes out clean, because sometimes it'll be really gooey and you don't want that. So we're gonna pop it in the oven, okay? Hey Google, set a timer for 45 minutes.
45 minutes, starting now.
Does anyone else get this chaotic when they're cooking? Also, pro tip, let's clean up while we wait so we don't have to stress out about this later and we can just enjoy our banana. Hello, we're back. So I just took it out of the oven. It's been about 50 minutes. I just checked it. But yeah, you're just getting like little cinnamon guys on the toothpick. You should be good to go. Make sure you let it cool for like 15 minutes before you pop it out of there, and then you can cut it and eat it, and it's really good warm or cold or whatever. If you slice it up and put it in the fridge, it'll last for like over a week, I think. But it's not gonna last that long because you're gonna eat it because it's good. Thanks for watching. Sorry this was so chaotic and probably didn't help you at all, but if you had a good time, give it a thumbs up. Thanks. See you next time or whatever. Bye.